YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground. Of course, exclusively on YouTube. We gonna talk about how the Phoenix Suns ended up winning with a Colin Gillespie pull-up mid-range jumper over the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Suns won by 1 point, 114 to 113. The Timberwolves go to 10-6 and 5-3 on the road, and so does the Suns. They are 10-6 and they're 7-2 at home. Phoenix won the first quarter 32-24, in the second quarter 30-25. Now, this means that they should be able to win this game easily if they keep it up defensively and offensively, but that's not what happened in the third quarter. Minnesota made a run and was able to get ahead, and it's mainly because they ended it 33-19. But Phoenix won the fourth quarter 33-31, and they won by 1 point. Julius Randle was really good. He had the mid range going. He had the finishing around the rim going, and he didn't really have his three ball going. He missed one at the end of the game that could have won it for him. But he played 34 minutes. He had 20 points. He was 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 7 from three. He went 6 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He also had 5 turnovers in the steal. One of them was offensive, 3 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. He was really having it going early in the game. Kind of tapered off after that, but I don't really know what more he could have did but make more threes. The shots he was giving, the shots he was taking, they look good. So I'm not going to complain about that. The turnovers was something he could have controlled and could have did better on, is what I would say. But other than that, he had a good game. Jaden McDaniel, 40 minutes. He ended up having 13 points. He went 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 5 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He also had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 4 steals. He also had 3 of his rebounds being offensive with 4 personal fouls and a +9 and plus minus for him. He got in double figures. The problem was he didn't make any of his threes, and he did bring it defensively to get some more of them opportunities back for himself and his teammates. So you have to like that. But other than that, he played a good game too. Rudy Gobert got in double figures with 12 points. He ended up playing 35 minutes. He went 5 of 10 from the field, all dunks. Plus, he went 2 of 4 from the free throw line, but he finished with a double-double because he had 12 rebounds. He also had 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and only 1 block. He had 7 of his rebounds being offensive, which is incredible, and 5 personal fouls, which was bad. He was a +6 and plus minus, but people kept challenging him. They kept running up on him. They kept showing you that they had no fear in them from time to time when they was trying to go at him. And that's how he got in those fouls. Besides being a little bit too reachy, too touchy, it can happen, and it did in this game. But the best part about it is he didn't foul out. Dante DiVincenzo, 32 minutes. He only had 9 points. He was the only starter to not get in double figures. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 7 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 steals, 2 personal fouls, a +9 and plus minus for him. You just wanted them to do more. That's all it really was. If he was going to start, you just wanted them to do more. The defense was there because he was taking gambles and risks to get those steals as part of the game when you're trying to get them. It worked, more times than not, but he just didn't make enough shots in this game to help this team get over the top and win it. Anthony Edwards had the mid-range going, the 3-ball pull-up going, getting to the basket with ease and finishing. He didn't really have no trouble dominating this game. He played 40 minutes and had 41 points. He went 14 of 24 from the field, took the most shots on the team. Also went 5 of 11 from 3, 8 of 12 from the free throw line. He'll probably want some of those free throws back. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He had 5 turnovers. That was costly too. But he also had 4 steals, just like Dante and McDaniels. He also had 1 block. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a -3 and plus minus. Anthony Edwards is one of the hardest players to stay in front of. And if he burns you or he gets that first step, you're done. That's how good of a shooter he's becoming. That's how good of an offensive player he has become because of his work ethic and just challenging himself to be better each and every year. Joe Ingles 0 minutes, 0 points. Because of that, he played a couple seconds basically, and that was it. Nas Reed played 27 minutes, which was the most off the bench, but he only had 9, which was the most points off the bench. 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover, but he also brought it defensively a little bit with 2 steals and 2 blocks. One of his rebounds was offensive, 2 personal fouls, and a -9. And plus minus for him. Mike Conley did score because he made a three. He went 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 of 4 from the field in 14 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a -6. And plus minus, that's what he's out there to do, is find his teammates, keep the ball moving, and knock down the open shots, even if he had to put the ball on the floor. Jalen Clark, 8 minutes, 1.01 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. One of his rebounds was offensive with a personal foul and a -12 and plus minus. And then Rob Dillingham, 9 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. The rebound was offensive, and that was it for his night. He ended up getting some shots that was open, and he just had to knock them down and take too many shots. Didn't get in the way, but he played his game and it worked out in this one, even though he didn't do a lot. 39 of 86, 45% from the field, 12 of 37, 32% from three, 23 of 33, 70% from the free throw line, 37 rebounds, 18 assists, 19 turnovers, 17 steals, 4 blocks, and 23 personal fouls. And then you look at the Phoenix Suns. Royce O'Neal got in double figures in 31 minutes with 16 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and he ended up having 1 offensive rebound with 3 personal fouls. He was a -4 and plus minus. He really did what he normally does, and he finds a way to get open and splash in threes, even though he scored some more points by not knocking down threes. And that's what he has to do. You got to either make that pass, make that three, or put the ball on the floor and get a shot, or play in transition, which he did all of those in this game. Dylan Brooks had the mid range going as well as the three. 37 minutes, 22 points, 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. And he did foul out in this game. He was a -3 and plus minus. He has really picked it up offensively for the Suns. They need him to do more handling. They need him to do more than just shoot spot up threes. And he's been out there doing that so far this season. Ryan Dunn, 24 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block. One of his rebounds was offensive, 3 personal fouls, and a -5 and plus minus. He didn't do much offensively, but he was a solid defender when he was out there. You have to respect that. And you have to respect the fact that he can shoot the three. So that made him valuable because he did make one and miss one and then missed another. And that was really it for his night. But the threes, he didn't take nothing but 2 of them. So you just want him out there to be a decoy, basically. Mark Williams, 26 minutes, 19 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Gave them toughness in the paint, but also gave them a guy that was relentless at attacking the rim. Didn't settle for less in this game. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, a -15 and plus minus for him. Devin Booker, 35 minutes, 16 points. He missed a whole lot of shots in this one. He went 4 of 18 from the field, 1 of 6 from three, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He had a double-double because he had 10 assists, but he almost had a bad one too because he had 9 turnovers. The Minnesota Timberwolves made things hard and more difficult for him, and he was settling here and there for mid ranges and threes that he really didn't have to take because he had time to get a better shot for himself or his teammates. He was able to do a little bit throughout the game, but it also came with some costs. But 1 steal, one of his rebounds was offensive. He also fouled out with 6 personal fouls. He was a -2 and plus minus in this game. Isaiah Livers, 3 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, a +1 and plus minus. Iguodaro played 13 minutes, but he only finished with 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He did have 5 rebounds and 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals. Two of them was offensive, 3 personal fouls, a +8 and plus minus. I like the fact that he was just doing the little things, playing in the passing lanes, being aware, just reading the floor the right way, and just playing his part while also keeping the ball moving if he didn't have the shot that he needed to take or felt like he should take. And Nick Richards only played 8 minutes. He had 2 points. He was 1 of 3 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers. 3 of his rebounds was offensive, 1 personal foul, a +3, a plus minus. And then Jordan Goodwin, he had a really strong game with 13 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals. 4 of his rebounds was offensive. He was a +8 and plus minus. For some reason, he kept finding a way to get open, and he was just hurting the Timberwolves to the point where they lost because he was splashing majority of his shots, even if it wasn't a three. So he really did a good job of looking at what he can do and how he can find a way to take high percentage looks. So his confidence was where it needed to be because he was a good play finisher in this game. And then you can say the same thing about Colin Gillespie. Respect me for the three. If you don't, I'm going to hit the mid range or get to the basket. 34 minutes for him, the most off the bench. He had 20 points in this game, the most off the bench. He took the most shots off the bench, 12, but he went 7 of 12, so it was efficient. And he also went 4 of 7 from three. That's also hyper efficient. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He ended up having the most rebounds off the bench with 7. He tied for the most assists off the bench with 4. He did also have 3 turnovers, which was the most off the bench too, tied with Nick Richards. But he did also have 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and a +14 and plus minus. The team shot 39 of 81, 48% from the field, 3% higher than the Timberwolves. 14 to 31, 45% from three. That was also higher than the Timberwolves. And then 22 of 29, 76% from the free throw line. That's 6% better than the Timberwolves, but they also shot less free throws. They did out rebound them 45 to 37. They had more assists because of the Suns only had 25 and the Timberwolves had 18. And then turnovers, the Suns had 27, which is hard to win a game when you have that many, but they still found the way to do it. But they gave the Timberwolves many opportunities to still win this game, and that's the problem. They got to clean that up in the next game. They also had 13 steals. That was 4 less than the Timberwolves, and 2 blocks. That was 2 less than the Timberwolves, and then 29 personal fouls, which was more than the Timberwolves. But they still was able to win. The Timberwolves did a lot of things that kept them in the game and gave them a chance to win. That's all you can do is go out there and play hard and do the best you can and be professional out there. And Anthony Edwards was the best player on the floor, the most dominant player too, and it still wasn't enough to beat this highly oiled uh, Phoenix Suns team. They brought it defensively. They came out there and attacked them from mid range to the threes to get into the basket. They switched it up enough to keep the Minnesota defense guessing and off balance, and you have to love that because that's what teamwork and trust will do. If you're good at that as a team, which the Suns have shown that they are so far this season. So I don't really have nothing bad about to say about the Suns or the Timberwolves, but these teams really matched up well against each other. They brought the best a little bit out of each other, and it made for an entertaining game. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get your analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation videos just like these about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage. Plus, I got over 4,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy, and it's all for free. Not only that, I also make videos every day, and I also try to make them throughout the day to give y'all something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball and NBA content. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for appreciating the content for what it is and continuing to come back and enjoy what I have to say and what I feel about this game and also what I have to show. Other than that, I love y'all. Thanks for the respect. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support in the past, the present, and also in the future. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.